everyone, my name is Kristin Leitch. I'm the owner and service provider at HeLa Beauty and Medical. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'd like to just go over a brief overview of masking in your business and implementing PPE into what you may do in your business model, how to train your staff and put them into some policies and procedures. So when your business is able to open, you have a clear idea of how you're going to educate and keep your staff safe and also keep your customers safe as well. I just wanted to point out that all the information that I'm providing today is very loosely gathered from my experiences working as a respiratory therapist in a healthcare setting. There are 3 different types of masks available. One would be the N95 mask or a K95 mask. Those masks filter out aerosol and droplet particles. They are to be used by healthcare professionals while working with COVID positive patients. Typically, they are not needed in the community, mostly because it takes quite a bit of education to understand how to use it properly, how to dispose of it properly. Also, because of a global shortage, we should be conserving these masks for our first responders and healthcare providers. The next 2 variations of masks I will go over right now. One would be a 3-ply medical grade mask. These ones you would see at the drugstores. You could probably purchase them through certain suppliers online. They will filter out droplet particles, not aerosol particles. Droplet particles are the larger particles that are produced when speaking, sneezing, and coughing. Aerosol particles would be the smaller particles that are usually generated by heavy breathing. The masks are typically used to protect other people from yourself, somewhat like a sneeze guard, a cough guard, or a speaking guard. They are not used to protect you from other people who are infected, so please keep that in mind. The other mask that I'd like to go over is the homemade fabric mask. Health Canada has published guidelines on how to properly construct these masks, what fabric to use, and how to wash them properly. They are available from several retailers in our area in the Ottawa Valley, and I think that there'd be a very good addition to your business because it will keep costs down if used properly. So next we're going to go over how to actually properly use the mask. The most important thing is that our hands are always clean. PPE is supposed to be used last in line for how to protect yourself with the transmission of COVID-19. So social distancing is the priority and proper hand washing. So you can either wash your hands with warm soap and water or an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. For 20 seconds, you're going to rub the front back in between your hands. Next, you always grab the mask from the ear loops. You never touch the front of the mask. That could actually cause further spreading of the virus. You grab the mask from the ear loops. You put the mask under your chin, over your nose, behind your ears, and you fold over the metal bracket that goes over the nose for a nice tight fit. The mask is always to be worn in this way, underneath your chin. It is never to be taken down so it's resting under your nose, under your chin, or hanging half off the ear. So your employees should probably wear a mask like this for as long as they're in a working environment, should you choose to implement masks into your business. If they're to use the washroom or go for a break, they're to take it off the exact same way. So grab it from the ear loops, you take it off, and you dispose of it in a garbage. Because we are in short supply of masks, you may want your staff to place the masks in a designated Tupperware bin labeled with their name. They'll place it face down, cover their mask with the lid, go use the washroom, go to their break, and then put the mask on in the opposite way. The times that you would like yourself or your staff to throw out, discard your mask, or change one is when it becomes wet through sneezing, talking, or coughing, They're to dispose of it in a bin and get a new mask. How they dispose of it is also very important. It should be a covered bin, and that bin should be emptied with gloves or emptied and then wash your hands afterwards. Next, we're going to go over the fabric handmade masks. It would be used the exact same way that a medical grade mask would be worn, touching the ear loops only, putting it on, making sure the wire has a good seal over the nose, and it's under your chin. You would take it off in the same way. What I plan on doing in my business is providing my staff with 4 fabric masks. They would use the first one in the morning until their break. They would take it off, dispose of it into a plastic bag, and they'd put it with the rest of their clothes in their bag to take home and wash that night. They would use the second mask for the second half of their shift. The next day, they would get a second grouping of masks and rotate it through that way. So once your staff get home with their fabric mask in the bag, they would follow the guidelines that have been published by Health Canada on how to wash it and properly clean their mask. You could either have them go home every night and wash it, or you could supply a second set of masks, so they only have to wash it every second day. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out at any time. I'd be happy to do a question and an answer session, or even provide you with an example of HeLa Beauty and Medical's policy and procedure on PPE and masking for staff. Well, I hope everybody has a nice journey to reopening their business, and stay safe.